We're going to tell you about our app. We're going to tell you about the problem and the solution that we have came up with. So about our application. So we have noticed that a lot of students drop out. So what our application will do is just to minimize the amount of students who drop out of universities. So this is the problem. We have noticed that students have been dropping out of universities due to some reasons. Reasons like financial problems or family issues. And also, students who finish their education, they find it hard to get jobs, so they end up unemployed. This is our solution. Basically, we have a guideline, a quiz actually, where you can answer, and then when you're done answering, it gives you something like a guideline as to how you go about the problem. We also have, we give you tips on how to improve the current situation that you're in. We also have a place that you can shout out or tell a story as to how you moved on from dropping out of a university. So anybody can look at that and they can be motivated as to how they can go about solving the problem. Also, we have we were thinking about establishing relationship with different universities and companies, wherein we're gonna be using Twitter intelligence. So we're gonna be using hashtags to for companies so that they can tell us what kind of skills they provide, and students can log in with their Twitter account to actually view what kind of jobs are available. So the technologies we use is Android Studio, Twitter API, and Firebase. Those are the technologies we use. These are the screenshots that we took. So basically, when you open the application, that will be the splash screen. The menu includes the About, where it talks about the application, the frequently asked questions, the help centers, and also feedback. On our dashboard, we have a guideline, the quiz that I was talking about. We have the tips. We also have the shouts, and also the jobs and the bursaries. So when you get into the shouts, you enter your username and your email address, and you enter the specific how you actually went about the problem, or how you actually so that you can actually be what can I say? Tell your story, how you actually went about not dropping out of university. And then also we have a dropout guide, the quiz that I was talking about, and the tips you can read up on that, and the job and the jobs and the bursaries that you can actually look about. And then I'm going to ask my colleague to explain how the application works.
Okay, so I'm just going to show to the judges. We haven't done much, but we have done basically we have integrated Twitter intelligence, and yeah, so the judges can just see this is the guide map, the kind of questions you can answer.
Just stand up there so the other judges can see.
Okay, so you can answer the questions. According to that, I'm just picking random questions, and then at the end you have like 12 guides on how you can go about it. So the other part is the tips. The tips is like guiding you how, let's say you're a first year student, you don't know how university life is. So they give you like kind of guides what you should do. If you are doing computer system engineering, what you should expect under computer system engineering, kind of things. And you also have the shout out, as she was explaining. The shout out is like you tell your story. You tell what you have gone through. You say, okay, this is what I was facing at university, and this is how I overcome it. So you have the shout out, and we also have the job. The job part is where we integrate the Twitter intelligence. Just my phone is a bit off, so it's off at the moment. Sorry, I couldn't show the Twitter part. We couldn't put it together because our laptop was not actually connecting, but we have integrated the Twitter intelligence. So with the Twitter intelligence is that we filter specific hashtags or formats that are hiring students, or they're looking for graduates, or they're looking for certain skills. So we filter those hashtags and we put them on the app. And those students who are able to log in into our app, they'll be able to see those opportunities. They might drop out because of financial problems, but they have the skills, so they can still go to the corporate world. So what our app, which we can scale it in a such a way that we can localize it for specific universities. Let's just say the ITS system, which is global in South Africa, but we have specific ITS for specific universities. We can localize it for specific universities.
Time out.
Any questions? Why the name SafeTech? We're struggling a bit to come up with a name. We wanted to relate the hackathon thing and to come up with some idea to ensure that we provide a safe system for students, for this platform for students.
How do you present the tips for the students? How do you go about giving the tips?
Okay, the tips we use the Firebase APIs, the Android Firebase APIs to push notification. We have authentication to provide tips every day that they log in into the app, or a push notification will pop up. Let's say there's a new tip on today. These days we're talking about like cybersecurity. There can be a tip on cybersecurity, and yeah, you are doing IT, but you should know about this. You're doing science, you should know about this. Those kind of tips.
So it's tips relevant to what you're doing.
And
okay.
What is the incentive for the students to use the application?
okay, it's essential. Let's say, imagine I struggled to find an internship for 7 months. So with this application, is like connecting the corporate world with students, actually university students, to get more closer, so that they can find where are the opportunities. They might have the skills, but they don't have like the right way to go. So with this app, they will be able to see, okay, this is where I stand, and this is where I can go. These are the opportunities that are out there, and then they will be able to use it. Question?